woke up to extremely frigid weather this morning. I think when I got up at 7, it was like 25 degrees and it had warmed up some. Yes. So I thought this would be the perfect day for soup. I had originally intended to make soup the day before, but it didn't happen. And so today is the day I'm going to make some soup. James is gone to help one of the kids, and I'm at home. It's cold. I'm just staying in. I'm finally feeling better, praise God. I still sound a little stuffy, I know, but I'm so much better than I was. And I did just kind of put on a little foundation just because I just wanted to feel somewhat normal. It's been a week since I've had any makeup on and felt like doing it, period. So, not that y'all care. Not that y'all care. I didn't do a whole lot because I'm just going to be at home piddling around, doing some stuff. But I'd had some of y'all ask me to share a soup recipe, and it had just not been cold enough, and now it is. So I'm going to share that with you. This is my version of homemade vegetable beef soup. I just kind of made this recipe up one day. My family loves it. It's so good. It's so hearty. And I decided I would share that with y'all today. So let's make some soup on this very, very cold, cold day. So what you're going to need for this recipe, I use stew meat. Y'all don't look at my bed. I haven't made it up yet. Oh! Anyway, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to get the soup going first. Because to me, the longer it cooks and it just marries all those flavors, it's so good. So I use stew meat. I had this out. I let it defrost, thaw, and I've sprinkled it with meat tenderizer, and I've had it in my refrigerator. Like I said, I was going to make soup yesterday, but I didn't. So we're going to use the stew meat. I use whole kernel corn. I use cut green beans. I use sliced carrots. I use whole potatoes, which I do kind of cut them up. Tomato sauce and diced tomatoes. And that's all I use for my soup. So first things first, we're going to boil our stew meat, and I'll show you what I do, because when you boil your stew meat, it kind of gets this film on top, and I just kind of scoop that off because I don't like that. So I'll show you what I'm talking about, but we're going to get our stew meat on to boil first, let that cook, and then we're going to add all of our other stuff. We're going to season it with tomato paste, garlic salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and I just kind of season it to taste. So I don't really know how much I put of what as far as the salt, the seasonings, because I just kind of, like I said, I have a little spoon here and I just kind of season it to taste. So that will be a personal preference on your part, but I'm going to show you how I put together my soup. So let's get the stew meat on to boil. I'm going to cover this with water. Okay, just covered this with water. I'm going to turn it on high, let it boil, let it start to cook, and then I'll show you how I do when it starts getting that like fub. I call it fub. I don't know what it is, but it's like a foamy stuff on top. I just kind of spoon that off and get rid of that, and that's what we'll do next. So let this start to cook, and I'll be right back. So we woke up to our version of a white morning. It was heavy, 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 heavy frost. And it was beautiful. But I think now it's kind of like melting some. Let's see. Yeah, it's all melted. But all the houses, everything was covered in frost. James even had to take the water and get it off his windshield. So it's very, very cold. And I think this whole week we're going to be down in the low 30s. High 20s to start with, but then it warms up to like the 40s or 50s. I know, it's crazy. No wonder we're all sick. But we finally got all the Christmas bins up in the attic. Thank God, all the Christmas stuff is done. I went around yesterday and was like getting all the winter decor put up because I'm kind of starting to like get some ideas for spring. And I've kind of worked a little bit on my mantle for spring, and just kind of been like piddling around the house, because yesterday was the first day in over a week that I felt like doing anything. I'm finding like the older I get, the harder it is to fight stuff, you know? It's just, I told my daughter, I said, I'm a half a century old. It takes a little longer to fight some things. But anyway, I've been kind of changing some stuff up on some shelves and moving some stuff around and just kind of playing here and there, which I'll share all that with y'all in a later video. I'm trying to decide if I'm ready to put my living room back the way it originally goes, because I'm really enjoying this setup for now. So I don't know, I may leave it like this for a little while longer. It's just so cozy. I just really like it. I mean, it's just me and James here, so it's not like we need a ton of open space. So I don't know, I'm just kind of enjoying it right now. But that's all that's really been going on. That recliner has been like my best friend, because I would literally move from the bed to the recliner, and some nights I would sleep in the recliner because of my coughing. So it's been my best friend. Very cozy and comfortable. I decided to, well, I needed to wash our sheets. So I'm washing our sheets, and then I'll get our bedroom put back together, get the bed made and everything. I've left my winter bedding on there with the velvet and all that because it's just so pretty right now, and I'm not ready to like get rid of that yet, like put it up. So I've left that. But yeah, just kind of been piddling around and just, you know, trying to build up my strength and my energy, because I have been like no energy for so long. So it feels good to finally be feeling good. And I've kind of been taking some inventory of some things that I need for when I do start back thrifting. Hopefully this week I'll make it to the thrift store, because I'm having the withdrawals. It's been what, over 2 weeks. So I've kind of been seeing what I need, where, you know, kind of getting an idea of what I need. So that's what's been going on. I've missed y'all. Thank y'all for all your sweet messages and checking on me, and finally feeling like myself again. So feels good. So anyway, I'm gonna let that continue to boil, and then when that boils, then I'll get over there and show y'all how I do the rest of my soup. Okay, see how it starts doing this? So I just take this, and then I just have me a bowl here and just kind of start getting that off. I don't like that. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. So I just kind of get all that off. And you may have to do it a couple times, but I just get what I can. I just don't like that. I don't know what it is. But we'll let it cook some more. We may have to do it several times, but that's what I'm talking about, that stuff that gets on top. So I get all that off, and I let my meat cook. And then we'll do the rest. Okay, y'all, let's start putting this together. I'm gonna remove this. This is all the gunk we got off the top. So I'm gonna remove that. Put my spoon in here. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding my stuff. And I drain the carrots, the green beans, and the potatoes, but I do not drain the corn. I don't know why. It's just, I don't. Then I have my tomato sauce and my petite diced tomatoes. And I love these, y'all. These are the ones with the garlic and olive oil. Love these. So we're just going to start putting it all in. And also, I wanted to show y'all, I buy the tube of tomato paste. I love the tube, because you can use as little or as much as you want. You're not worried about wasting a can. So I love this. I'll probably use all of this today in the soup, but I love the tomato paste in the tube. You can get it at Walmart. So now we're just going to start dumping it in. There's our tomatoes. Our corn that I don't drain. Green beans. Y'all, I need to put on my Paula Deen apron that I bought on my trip. Hold on. Look at my Paula Deen apron. Okay. All right. Our carrots. Potatoes. Tomato sauce. And then I also add just a couple handfuls of pasta, whatever you have on hand. Not much. That's literally it. We got to do our paste. And then time to stir. Now I start adding my seasonings. Get all this stirred in. And y'all, the good thing about this soup is it's always better the next day. But look at that. Look at that. Okay, so now it's time to add our seasonings. So I'm going to add some garlic salt. Oh, I hadn't even used this garlic powder. And again, I said, this is just, and this is onion powder. This will be to taste, whatever you like. I'll just kind of let all this kind of cook in there. I will like eventually go in there and take my potatoes and kind of cut them up so they're not just huge chunks. So now I'm going to take me a little spoon and kind of like taste. Let's see how we did. Sorry about the lighting. So let's see. I'm gonna add a little more garlic salt. We love garlic around here, y'all. Y'all see me recording over here this so I can get y'all some good shots. And then I'm gonna add like some regular salt. Not much. Then I'm gonna take a clean spoon. No double dipping here. Before I add anything else to this, I'm gonna kind of let this cook a little bit together, and then I'll go back and if I need to add more garlic salt or powder or whatever. But I don't want to do, look at this, y'all, my polythene apron fell. Anyway, I don't want to get like too much and it'll be, all right now. Anyway, so we're just gonna kind of like let this cook together, and then I will come back and do whatever I need to do to, you know, make the seasonings right. But it makes a huge pot. This will, you know, what I'll do is we'll eat on it today and tomorrow, and then I'll freeze what we don't eat and have it for another time. So there you go. This is how I make my vegetable beef soup. And like I said, this is all on personal taste. So you may omit something, you may add something to yours, you may, you know, critique the seasonings and the spices, but this is just what I do. And I like mine to be like very tomatoey and garlicky. That's what I like mine to be like. So that's how I make my soup. So for those of you who wanted to know, that's it. I meant to tell y'all, like, the longer this cooks in the day, the more tender your meat will get and the better the flavors just kind of blend. So I like to put mine on early in the morning, like right now it's 10:30. And I will just let, after this gets boiling really good, I'll turn it on low and just let it simmer and cook all day long. And it is so good. You can serve it with cornbread, you can serve it with garlic bread, garlic toast, whatever you want to serve it with, but it's a meal in itself and we love it. So I hope y'all enjoy seeing how I make my vegetable beef soup. Okay, y'all, I just love this apron. It says time to eat, y'all. Y'all see that big garbage bag right there? That's because I actually decluttered some of the stuff out of that closet in the man cave / craft room, whatever you want to call it. And I emptied a bunch of stuff out of a bin. It was just some old pieces of floral that has been up there for several years that I was never going to use. Was not any good. So I just emptied them into this trash bag and used the bin for some of my winter decor. So it worked out great. But that's why that big, huge trash bag is there, because I was using it to declutter. So now I just heard my washer stop. I'm going to go put my sheets in the dryer so I can get them dried and get my bed made up and all that done. And that's pretty much it. Just I opened the blinds because the sun come out. It's beautiful. It's bright. It's still cold, but it's a beautiful, bright day. And I just love the light. It just kind of makes you feel better. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then just going to take it easy the rest of the day. This coming week, got kind of a busy week. I mean, I guess you could call it busy. I'm going to get back to filming every day. And I've got some things I want to do around the house. I'm going to show y'all and bring y'all on with me for that. I'm going Wednesday to get my hair done, hence the hat, because my hair is just, I got regrowth like this. So I haven't even bothered to fix my hair in a week. I don't even know if it will fix. It's just been horrible. So I'm going to get my hair done Wednesday. We're going to go thrifting, you know, all that kind of stuff. So back to normal this week. I'm so excited because I'm feeling good again. And that in itself is just a blessing. So I'm going to get the sheets swapped over. And then later on, when James gets home, I'll let him sample the soup and take it from there. Okay, y'all, it is 4:30. And this has been cooking for like 6 hours. And this is what it looks like. It's so good. It thickens up. And it just marries all together, all the flavors. And I've eaten a little bit of it, just kind of sampled it in a bowl. And it is so good. So James is actually, I think, on his way home. And we will fix him a bowl when he gets home. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's so good. So Buster has his Valentine's Day blanket out. You know, he has a blanket for all the different seasons. He's very stylish like that. And he's laying here looking out the window. So he's waiting on his daddy to get home. This is what he loves to do. So just thought I would show y'all him. Hey, Bob. Buster. Buster. He's just like James. He doesn't have the camera on, so therefore he is not going to participate. This is what he does when he sees his daddy pull it through the driveway. This is what he does. All right, come on. Come on. He's not even over there. There he is. Buster. James, say something to him.
Yeah, bub.
Never mind. All right, so James just got home. He is covered in dust. Been sanding all day, huh?
Yep.
And he is fixing to sample him a spoonful of soup. What are you doing, James?
Cutting down the meat.
How'd I do?
Did good.
No double dipping.
So I had the spoon.
So that'll do?
That'll do, donkey.
I also have some bread bites in the oven for you too. Homemade. This is my homemade bread bites. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing how I make my soup. Real quick, though, I will tell y'all. What?
Hi, y'all.
I wore my Paula Deen apron. Real quick, I will let y'all know that my mom called me and my granny somehow got a sewing needle stuck in her arm, like all the way in. It was not showing on the outside. She just knew her arm was in pain. Her fingers had went numb. So she called my mom in pain, crying from what my mother said. And she took her to the ER and they did an x-ray and saw the needle like in her arm, in between all the tendons and all that kind of stuff. So she's having surgery tomorrow. So when y'all are watching this, she'll probably already have had surgery. So if y'all would just say a prayer for her, you know, anytime they put them to sleep under anesthesia, especially at her age, it's always scary. So I'll keep y'all posted on that as well. But just say a prayer for her. She's home right now, but my aunt's taking her back in the morning for surgery. So yeah, it's always something, y'all. I really my phone rings. I'm to the point where I just hate to even, first of all, I hate to hear my phone ring, and then I hate to even answer the phone because it's always something. But anyway, I love y'all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.